Well, hello there, Sagittarius. It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing a special reading. This is in celebration of the Lionsgate portal, which actually occurs next week on August 8th. In fact, some people call it the 8/8 portal. And the reason that it is just so exciting is because this is the time where the veil is so thin that we receive special downloads or bursts of inspiration that help us to tap into what is our destined path, our destiny, what we are meant to do, what our purpose is. And so it's a time where we get that fire in our belly. We get really kind of inspired, motivated to take action on what it is that we are truly meant to do while we are here. Now, Sag, this is such an exciting time for you because this activation is actually happening in your 9th house of expansion, of higher learning, of travel. And so at this time, you may be getting some type of inspiration to go back to school, to learn something new, right? Or perhaps even to teach a course. It could also be that you are inspired to move to another part of the world or to go on some extensive traveling. So today what we're going to do is take a look at 3 things. And so if you know all 3 of your sun, moon, and rising signs, it will be helpful. And I would suggest that you watch all 3 of those videos because this activation is going to happen in your rising sign. Okay, so this is really important, especially for those of you that might be Sagittarius rising. The sun sign, your sun sign, is kind of your identity, your ego, and our ego will help to try to keep us safe and not take any wild risks at this time. We're going to be inspired to make big change in our life, but our ego will kick up those fears and try to keep us small and contained and safe where we are. And then your moon sign is the emotions. So there could be some emotions that are triggered at this time where you recognize how certain things that have happened in the past or certain mindsets that you've had for some time may have held you back, or how you are feeling emotionally about making some change in your life. So we'll take a look at all 3 of those things. We'll take a look at where you will be activated, how this activation will come in, how your ego will try to keep you safe, and how you will be emotionally impacted by this beautiful new energy. All right, so we're going to start first with the overall energy. And Sag, if you are enjoying the content I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. So let's see what we have here. Journey by moonlight. There you go. You're traveling at night. Believe in magic and badger spirit. Be fearless and bold. Sagittarius, this is so much your energy of wanting new adventures in your life, of going in new directions, of traveling to far vistas, just understanding the world is expanding for you, and it may take some courage, okay? It's called the Lionsgate portal because part of it is we have the courage to make those changes, to do new things that at other times of the year we may not feel so compelled to do. But look at this, you're fearless and bold and believing in the magic of how you can find this expansion. And I'll have to say, out of all the signs, yours is really such an explosion. I'll have to say that, an explosion of excitement about this, just an energy of stepping into embracing. I'm going to say it. That's the energy of embracing the excitement of this portal, of seeing some opportunity, of having some epiphany, revelation, inspiration to do something new, to go to a new place or take some new classes, do something totally out of your realm of what you are doing now, and just not feeling like you have to be penned in anymore, kept small. So let's take a look here. And Sagittarius, I also do personal readings. I actually have a very special one just for the Lion's Gate. So if this is resonating with you and you'd like to have a more personalized version of the Lion's Gate for you, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, so let's take a look. Whoa, okay. Here we have the Leo energy coming out. Yes. There's this energy. This is exactly what I was feeling earlier. I feel like there's been some mindset, and I'm actually going to say, yeah, the Virgo energy here of no place like home. You know, that hermit energy. Understanding that there could be people that are in your sector, okay? Family sector, work sector, friends, you know. It's just that I feel like there's been some people that have kept you, kind of see how this angel is in the cage, kept you small, kept you confined. That's the energy that I had earlier. It kind of, and understanding that you have a little bit of allowed this energy to come in, but I feel like you've actually been a little bit deceived by the mindset of other people. So in other words, you could have been shining your light really brightly, but then other people didn't like that, okay? It was kind of like upsetting their world in some way. And because of that, they may have started, I want to say it's kind of an energy of mind games, you know, playing mind games with you, telling, you know, saying things like, well, you're not as good as you think you are at that, or, you know, what makes you think you're so special that you can do that? Something like that, like cutting down your confidence in yourself. But here's the thing, you're seeing the courage, you're going within and knowing that you have the courage, you have the power, the resilience, the perseverance to go towards what it is that you truly want. Your heart is calling you to go in a direction, and I'm getting a sense of going in a different direction than what you are now. It's truly that energy of wanting to come out of the cage and to expand your horizons, you know, those vast vistas. That is exactly what this energy is. All right, so let's take a look first at how this activation may come in, or how this may affect you. So remember, this is in your 9th house of expansion, right? Oh, look at this. The 7 of Swords is here again. Yes. You know, the 7 of Swords is kind of an interesting energy because, you know, it's kind of like an energy of secrets. There is a little bit where you could have been secretly wanting, wishing, manifesting for a big change in your life, but you weren't quite ready to take action on it. It's kind of like you've been wishing perhaps for a new opportunity to come in. It's kind of like you may not have wanted, say you have a job and it's fine, but it's not everything that you really want, right? It's not your 10 of Cups. You're sitting there going, okay, it helps me to pay my bills. You know, it's not that bad of a that toxic of an environment. I can deal with this, but it's not truly fulfilling, or it's not truly bringing you the financial security that you want. Or perhaps you're looking for a job that really allows you to travel more or to move to a new part of the world. And it's like, what you've been doing is kind of trying to manifest this opportunity, but you haven't been telling anybody. You could be even doing some research on the internet, looking for houses or jobs in other parts of the world, right? But you're not telling your boss. You may not even be telling your romantic partner. You may not be telling your family and your friends. It's something that maybe you have kept under wraps. You see how that snake is holding on to that egg, kind of holding something. Is like holding your cards close to your chest, right? I feel as if this is something that comes in. Remember, with the Lionsgate portal, something is going to be revealed to you, and it could be through somebody else. It could be actually through a guru, okay? You could be watching a YouTube video, or you could be watching a movie or something like that, and something is said and it clicks with you. You resonate with it. You're like, yes, that's exactly what I want to do. You're activated, right? It could come in the form of a dream, or it could just come from in the form of some type of download. But look at this, serendipity. It's something that comes in out of the blue, literally out of the blue. And it could be something that is really joyful, like a joyful offer. A friend of yours calls up and says, hey, let's go on this trip, or something like that, right? But I feel too that there's something about perhaps having this revelation when you are having fun, when you're not necessarily thinking about your day-to-day activities, right? Or other things that you are stressed out about. It could be when you're creating, or just having some fun, just, hanging out with some friends, or, perhaps going to some type of a festival or going on vacation, something like that. They're showing me the beach. Maybe you're walking on the beach and all of a sudden you have this epiphany about something that you want to do and how you can possibly make it come in. It's something that you may feel like you have to defend your position to other people. Something that has been very slow coming your way, and then all of a sudden it's almost as if, what they're showing me is kind of like, you have a day, and it's kind of like, even at the beach, you have a day and there's clouds in the sky, and so it's not completely a cloudy day, but there's those big puffy clouds, and it's blocking the sun, and then all of a sudden the sun pops out. That's exactly this type of energy where you almost like instantly understand, wait a minute, this is the opportunity. You figure out something that maybe you have been wanting for a long time, but keeping secret from others. All of a sudden you figure out, oh, wait a minute, I can have that come in. This is the way that will help me to get where it is that I want to go. Really beautiful energy, because you have the Queen of Pentacles underneath. I feel like part of your process here, okay, has been that, yes, for some of you, you may be married, both of these are kind of contracts with either business partners or in a marriage. It's a little bit of that energy of trying to stay responsible, reliable, following the rules, but also at the same time understanding this is holding me back from what it is that I truly want to go after. And having those conversations, understanding, okay, I have to share my secret. I feel like you're being called to share what it is that you truly want to do. And, for some of you, it could be that means that you have to end something. You may have to end a career, end a relationship, end a job. There's something here that you may have to end, but you're going towards your true happiness. You're moving, you're taking steps. You're no longer just holding yourself in place, wishing for this to come in, right? Holding back your secret. You're actually taking action, going towards what it is that you truly want. All right, so let's see how your ego might try to hold you in place, keep you where you are. Look at the Queen of Pentacles is showing up again. Yes, and not for you. I think what you're doing, there's something serendipitous that comes in, right? Some opportunity lands in your email box, or a friend calls you up, or you see some opportunity, on the internet or something like that. Something serendipitous comes in, you want to take action on it, but guess what? Your ego is going to tell you, you have responsibilities. This opportunity isn't for you. This is what your ego is going to say. The opportunity isn't for you because you have obligations. You have people that, care about you. You have to pay bills. You have to stay financially stable. There's something there. But what you're understanding is that this is a great opportunity for you to heal the energy of feeling like obligations are holding you back from what it is that you truly want. And we have the Page of Pentacles here too. So for some of you, it could have to do even with children, even adult children, feeling as if, well, I can't change jobs. I can't change careers. I can't move somewhere because of family obligations. So let's take a look and see. Let's clarify this about some further advice. Yeah, I feel like some of you are moving because you have the World card. You're healing the energy of going back and forth. There's this energy of going back and forth, trying to decide, do I follow my heart or do I stay obligated to these certain people. It's kind of like taking a look at this. Are there other opportunities, other avenues for your obligations to still be met, and yet for you to go in the direction that is what your heart is truly desiring, your destiny, okay, your destined path? During this 8-8 portal, you are going to have a glimpse of what your destiny is, where you are really supposed to be, right? What you are, your purpose, where you are being called to go. It's about understanding, okay, I have to heal this energy of trying to juggle. I'm going to say juggle a lot of different obligations and move instead towards what it is that my heart is truly desiring, what my destiny is. Now, it doesn't mean that, you especially if you have small children, it's not about, okay, I have to, leave my small children behind and go out and meet my destiny, right? But it is that energy, I will have to say, for some of you, that it is about understanding that you may feel like, well, I can't move my children because they're in a school that they have their friends. Understanding, maybe this is a venture for all of you. Okay, now the other thing is that they're reminding me that Sag, this is happening in your 9th house, which also includes second marriages. For some of you, you may be feeling as if, you have someone that maybe you're interested in, or perhaps you are kind of secretly wanting to find a second marriage, get married again, whether that person is in your life now or not. There is this energy where you may be feeling like, well, I don't feel like I should date or I should get married again because I have small children. For some of you, that might be it. But it's also understanding, okay, that person is also on your path, understanding that this Lionsgate portal, if you're being activated to perhaps start dating again or take a relationship to the next level, it is, part of this is understanding that you don't have to be confined. Once again, you're confining yourself to the cage. You're confining yourself to this cage because you feel as if for one reason or another that you have too many obligations, too many people relying on you. Understanding that this is a great opportunity to see clearly other options or other ways that you can acquire what it is that your heart truly desires. That you aren't confined just to this cage. There are other opportunities. Okay, so let's take a look at your advice here. Yes, your advice is, look at this. And I think this is interesting because this is like the ocean being at, the beach a little bit. Understanding it's time to quiet your mind, right? And listen to your guides about the direction you're meant to go in. Your advice here is that whatever you are being activated to do is literally, okay, on your honoring path, is part of your destiny. So whether this is going back to school and saying, okay, I'm going to go back to school, that might affect the people that you live with, right? Especially, if you have a full-time job and you're going to go to school at night, or perhaps you're going to start only working part-time so that you can go to school part-time, right? That may affect the finances of the family. It's understanding that it is time for you to, the problem with the Queen of Pentacles is that sometimes she puts so much emphasis on everybody else in her life. She doesn't put enough emphasis on herself and what her heart truly desires. And now I feel like you're being activated to say, okay, how else can we get this to work, right? There's something I want to do. I'm putting that as a top priority. I understand that that's going to affect other people in my life, but this is my destiny. This is the way I am meant to go, and I want to go on this path. And it's not about walking away from everybody else, but it's also delegating perhaps some of the obligations that you have to other people that can do some of those things, for you. Taking a look at how other people can stand on their own 2 feet a little bit more so that you have more time and energy to go towards what it is that you truly want. Wow, beautiful energy. I think your biggest obstacle is really kind of like allowing yourself, giving yourself that permission to, to go towards what it is that you truly want, whether it's moving, traveling, going back to school, or even getting married for the second time. All right, so let's pull a soul truth card for you to see some final advice. And it says, does my life have room for more pleasure and play? I think that's what you're wanting. This is a little bit of the fifth house, right? In what area are you lacking pleasure right now? Maybe in certain relationships or with work. Is it possible to shift the seriousness of life to experiencing a more creative, wild, and playful side of you? And I really, truly love that, because that's sometimes what the Queen of Pentacles can do, is she gets so serious about coordinating the happiness of everybody else in her life that she sometimes doesn't have enough time and energy in order to pursue those things that will make her happy in her own life. Understanding that there's a balance here to be made, right? It's not about giving up all of your obligations. It's about understanding that there needs to be better balance in your life. All right, well, Sagittarius, I'm going to leave it there. I do appreciate all of your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.